Time to crack open the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Bulldog Sports Page brought to you this morning by JRR's Go Fund Yourself Cash giveaways. Those will kick back into gear with us this morning at 9:10. Your first of 13 opportunities to win $1,000 just for listening and rocking on the job with us.
Yeah, we're giving away so much stuff. Don't forget $1,000. Your chance to win it 13 times a day. 9:10, first chance. Come on now.
All right, Bulldog, Taco and I were talking about this at the beginning of the show. The Rays pushed the win total now to 13, tying the record. And coincidentally, these wins are lining up with the days of the calendar. They continue to play daily through the 19th. Could it be in the cards that the calendar lines up with the ultimate number of wins of the streak before it's all said and done?
Could be. 13 in a row now. You're right. They tied the record of the 82 Braves and the 87 Milwaukee Brewers. They can break the record today. Now, of course, they beat the Red Sox yesterday, and they've beaten four. They've been playing losing teams, all right? They're not playing good teams, but today they play Toronto, which is a really good team, so we'll see what happens today. But, yeah, you could be right. By the way, Lynch, I did a little research. People are saying this is the longest, fastest start to a season since 1900.
Right, I asked you about that yesterday. What is that reference?
Well, what happened in 1903 was the modern era of Major League Baseball, when the merger of the two pro leagues at the time, the American League and the National League, came together to form Major League Baseball. It wasn't even Major League Baseball before then, because back in, 1884, the St. Louis Maroons of the Union Association.
The Maroons.
They won 20 games. Yeah, they won 20 games in a row. So, but again, it wasn't Major League Baseball.
What the hell's the 1900 reference, though? It's still...
I think they just use 1900 as as sort of a jumping off point, because it's
18 something, and then, yeah.
So, anyway, by the way, Rays crowd yesterday, 21,175. That's the largest crowd they've had since opening day. I've been lamenting the fact that the Rays still don't draw flies at Tropicana Field.
What does that stadium hold, by the way? Do you know?
That stadium holds over 30,000, I think. And it's, they're always at the bottom of the league or near the bottom of the league in attendance. I did a little research yesterday because I wrote a little notes column in the Orlando Sentinel the other day saying Orlando should pursue the Tampa Bay Rays.
I saw that, yeah.
I've been on that bandwagon for a while. The Orlando Magic, as bad as they've been over the last 10 or 11 years, they draw more fans than the Tampa Bay Rays, right? The Magic averaged like 17,000 fans this year, or 17,000 and change. The Rays are averaging 16,000.
Wow.
And change.
I'm telling you, though, with the excitement of it, I told Lynch earlier, if it wasn't a Friday night and I didn't have stuff to do, I was actually thinking of watching the game tonight. I mean, it's good to have some sort of electric and some excitement out there, you know?
Yeah, there is some excitement. In fact, I was on Facebook yesterday, and my brother Sam, there was a picture of him at the game yesterday. I'm like, what is that? Sam's not a Rays fan, but I guess he lives in Sarasota, so I guess he's jumped on the Rays bandwagon as well.
You were on Facebook yesterday. Were you shooting some reels? Were you filming some?
Shooting any reels yesterday? I'm still trying to figure out how to do those reels.
Okay, cool. I was just checking.
Baby steps, dog. Baby steps.
That's a little behind the scenes.
All right, City Soccer back in action after a lengthy break.
That's right. They take on Minnesota Saturday night. Adrian Heath's team, former Orlando City coach Adrian Heath. Orlando City needs to get some offense generated after the international break, so it's good to see them back in action. The Gators had their spring game last night. Not very inspiring for the offense. The score was, what was the final score? 10-7 in the game last night. The previous low of any spring game in history was 13-10. All right, it was so bad last night. It was on the SEC network. It was so bad late in the game. It was 7-7. And Ole Miss coach Lane Kiffin went on Twitter and tweeted a photo with the game score of the spring game, 7-7.
I have to ask, were you watching it, Bulldog?
I watched a little bit of it.
Okay, I don't ever want to hear you give me any more crap about getting up early on a Sunday morning to watch an international motorsport.
Okay, but I was watching it for
football.
my job, all right? I needed to talk about it today on the radio.
And it's football compared to racing. Hey, question for you guys. Is it true what I heard yesterday that UCF has their spring game tonight and Plumlee is going to play baseball and then play to the fifth inning and then play football?
He's playing baseball against Memphis this afternoon, and then he's going to play football in the spring game. He's been doing that all spring. He's been going to baseball games. I think he's only missed one football practice during the course of the spring.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, the guy is a trooper. He wants to play both, and he's good at both. He really is.
How's he fit in all that studying?
I think he's a fifth-year senior. I don't know how many classes he's actually.
Oh, okay.
He's taking the classes I took: Lynch, golf, racquetball, tennis.
I took coaching football one year.
I took self-defense for men and women. Almost failed because I went to Hawaii and didn't tell the teacher.
All right. The Lightning finished up the regular season schedule with a win last night. The playoffs are set except for the seeding in the Central Division, and things will get going on Monday, Bulldog.
That's right. NHL playoffs. Big news in the NFL. Dan Snyder has agreed to sell the Washington Commanders $6.05 billion to a group led by Josh Harris and Mitchell Rales. So Josh Harris, by the way, he already owns two other sports franchises. He owns the Sixers and he owns the NHL's New Jersey Devils. Now he's going to own the Washington Commanders as well. That's a record, by the way, $6.05 billion. If you'll remember, the Broncos were sold, was it last year, I think? For $4.65 billion. So the prices keep going up.
I saw that Jeff Bezos, who had been rumored to be in the running to purchase the Commanders, he mysteriously withdrew from that, and now word is he's interested in the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely. Does he live up there?
Yeah. Well, that's where the whole Amazon deal is.
I hear the dog's phone blare, and I think the news station's calling you, aren't they?
They are calling me, but that's okay.
Are you going to mention NASCAR before you go and go off to your big newscasting thing?
Yeah, where is NASCAR this
Martinsville.
week?
Martinsville.
Hey,
that's right.
One more thing I want to tell you, dog. When we were talking about school and classes taken out of our school out at UCF, I took bowling. It was taught by who? I got
Torchy Clark.
Yes, I got to give him a shout out whenever I can. Rest in peace, Torchy, one of the best basketball coaches. He was my bowling coach.
All right.
There you go.
Bulldog, go do your television thing and leave us little ham and eggers here to do our cute little morning radio show. Take us out with that Bulldog bark.
Oh.
WJRR's Earth Day Birthday 2023.
Get info now at WJRR.com.